Well, hiya gamers! It's King David here with my first YouTube video for Spellbreak. This video will show some tips and tricks for all the runes currently in the game. Alright, so the first rune we're going to look at is Spring Step. Spring Step is easy. It lets you leap into the air. Kind of like a bunny rabbit or a frog. The only issue with it is that you're pretty much as graceful as a Hulk and you slam the ground with your Timberland boots. Let me show you that real quick. Gonna press the shift button and you ground pound the floor. Now, if you want to avoid that to make like a little less noise, an easy trick is to, when you press the shift key, anytime just press space and you're graceful like an angel. Or what I do is usually shift and then as you fall, just press, space and touch the ground. A really cool thing with Spring Step is that it carries your momentum, so even if you want to levitate during it, you'll carry that forward momentum. Okay, the next rune we're going to talk about is Teleportation. It allows you basically to target an area, and it allows you to teleport to that area after a short delay. So there are a couple tips I can give with teleport. The best tip I can give is that you can try to keep your opponents guessing on where you teleported to by casting the teleport and then moving your character model either 180 or like 90 degrees. Alright, so a couple more tips with teleportation that I like to use is usually mid-fight. So say we are fighting, you can use that tip from earlier. So we're going to turn around and go for a quick shot to the back. Now usually players can't react to this just by how fast it is. Another option you could do mid-fight is for kind of like healing, You're fighting, you take some self-damage. You usually want to TP behind things or by things. So you can go away, get that heal off, and get right back into the fight. Alright, for the flight rune, this allows you to take flight for 5 seconds, interrupted by colliding with something, can be cancelled by jumping. Very nice description right there. So this one is very, very basic. I don't have much tips for this. I use flight as a escape tool, but also a damaging tool. So one thing I like to do is to fly up, if I'm at least on Frost, and try to hit him with a shot. Another thing, I'll try to show it with a fireball right now. A couple of seconds. Just try to be aggressive with it. But usually you want to use it as an escape tool rather than an initiator, because if you do end up taking a lot of shots, you're kind of screwed if you don't have runic fluency or anything like that. The next rune on the list is Dash. Dash. Quickly dash in the direction you're moving. Alright, tips for Dash. Dash is very versatile and very fun to use. If you didn't know already, whichever way you're walking, if you press the rune key, you will dash in that direction. So if I even go backwards, do a backwards dash. Same thing with left. And then same thing with the right. Another thing is whichever direction you are looking as well, the dash will go. So you could press the dash key by going forward, but if you move around while you're dashing, like aiming the camera around, you will actually dash in those directions. So right now I just did a quick 180. If I look up towards the sky and dash, I'll actually dash upwards. And then if you look down, you will go forward, but I've figured out that you dash actually shorter than a normal forward dash. So if you're trying to get as much ground, I would always just look straight ahead. However, if you look down, hold back, jump, and activate dash, you will prepare yourself off the ground. This could be used if you are in need of kiting. Like say you fight someone over here, quickly do it, still fight. Another tip for dash would be you want to use it to land shots or avoid shots. A lot of the times I see people just dashing randomly and then not having it for a while, but try to predict when the enemy is going to fire or if you want to set up a shot for yourself. This is a quick example of the dash being used in combat. The Featherfall rune. Featherfall allows you to launch yourself into the air and fall slowly back down. In my opinion, this rune isn't that good. But one thing to note is that when you activate Featherfall, if you use any ability, whether it's your primary fires or your sorceries, it will cancel the Featherfall, so you drop quicker to the floor. The next rune is Invisibility. This rune allows you to become invisible and increases your run speed by 3. My first tip with Invisibility is that you can use it to get the first initial attack and engagement. My second tip for Invis would be using it to get a heal off. Another tip with Invisibility is you can try to get a heal off mid-fight by placing down a barrier, up in Invis, and getting that free heal while you're invisible. Just make a note of that when you pop your Invis, you are not 100% invisible, invincible. Good players will not fall for your peeping tomfoolery. So be smart and be, be smart. Last but not least, we have the Wolfblood rune. See other players through walls and terrain and increase your run speed by 4. I don't really have a tip for the Wolf's Blood rune. One thing I could possibly see it for is to quickly scout out if anyone's near you. Once you find some people, maybe you can pick back your other rune, and at least you have some intel. Besides that, I do think the Wolf's Blood rune needs a buff, whether they increase the movement speed or they make the howl less quiet so people don't know where you are. Because I'm pretty sure you can hear it from quite a distance. Alrighty guys, that about wraps it up for my basic tips and tricks on Spellbreak's runes. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to like my shit. If you have any suggestions for videos, type it in the comments below. If you want to support me, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications, man. I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/ThyKingDavid. Go ahead and follow me there so I can have more gamer friends. But until next time, see ya nerds!